great for rising. You know, I'm sure all of you who are listening to this podcast know the story of Adam and Eve in the Bible and how the snake supposedly deceived Eve into eating the fruit, the forbidden fruit. The backstory, in case those of you who may not have heard it, Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden. God had told them that they could eat from all the trees in the garden, but there was one they weren't supposed to eat from. Well, the snake came up. He said, look, girl, now, God don't want you to eat off this tree because he know once you eat off that tree, girl, you're going to be just as smart as him. You're going to be just like him. He doesn't want that. You better eat that fruit, girl. And Eve looked over at that tree and said, oh, no. We're not supposed to eat that. And the snake said, so you want to be dumb the rest of your life? No. Well, you better eat that fruit. So Eve went over and ate the fruit, gave it to Adam, who also ate the fruit. And after that, the snake was cursed. He was going to put enmity between the woman and the snake for years and years throughout eternity. Well, should you trust any snakes based on this? Should you trust any snakes based on the Bible said? But here, Muhammad Ali is using snakes to talk about who we should or shouldn't trust. Let's listen to what Muhammad Ali says, and I'll come back.
Now, here's the position I'm in. Here's 10,000 whites coming to kill me. And in those 10,000, or let's say here's 10,000 rattlesnakes coming to bite me. And in those 10,000, there was 1,000 that didn't mean no harm. And I knew there was a good 1,000 snakes out there, but they all look alike. Now, what should I do? Should I keep the door open and let the 10,000 in, hoping that the 1,000 will unite and save me and one bite will kill me? Or should I just be safe and shut the door? So we have white people say, I mean right. I have a black husband. Oh, my children are black. I love everybody. I really believe you. But I'm sorry, man, there's 10 more thousand behind you that don't feel that way. I'm just sorry, but what am I going to do?
It seems to me Muhammad Ali is saying you don't trust any snakes. We know that there are some snakes that won't harm you, poisonous and non-poisonous snakes. Muhammad Ali is saying, from what I'm gathering, if you can't tell the difference, don't trust any of them. You know, there are poisonous and non-poisonous snakes that look similar, very similar. You can't really tell the difference unless you really look closely. But in certain situations, are you going to look close? Just like he said, he's not going to stand there and try to figure it out. Like the coral snake versus the scarlet king snake. Now, the king snake is not a harmful snake, doesn't have any venom. The coral snake is very venomous. And there's a saying, red on yellow, kill a fella. Red on black, venom lack. If you sit there, these snakes coming towards you, are you going to sit there and say, let me see now, this one red on yellow, is it red on black? So that they both have the red and black. But who's going to stand there all that time to try to figure it out? The copperhead and the eastern milk snake, they look alike. They have similar patterns and coloration. But are you going to try to sit there like copperhead has a distinct hourglass pattern of bands, while the milk snake has blotches, but they look similar. So if they coming toward you, you don't know who's who or which is which. What about the bull snake and the rattlesnake? It's another snake that mimics the rattlesnake. Size, coloration. And you know what they do? In dry vegetation, they'll hit the rattle the tail. You don't move the tail so to hit the dry vegetation, so it will make a rattling sound. And I'm going to give you one more, then I'm going to move on. Do you know the black snake and the copperhead? A black rat snake. The coloration is similar to the copperheads. So think about what Muhammad Ali is saying. If they're all coming at me, I'm not going to sit here or stand here and try to figure out who's who. A white man that made a video about the 10,000 rattlesnakes, and he asked the question, which are you? And he said, if you know, you know. Which are you? See what he said? He said, if you know, you know. So if you're so inclined, answer that question or give any feedback you would like on this podcast. I'm just trying to create a dialogue. Now, I listened before to this to Muhammad Ali, and at the end, Muhammad Ali said that he would get up and he would close the door and lock them all out. I couldn't find that part of it, but if you find it, give me a link to it if you're so inclined. Listen, black man, you invited the venomous snake into your home. Why did you do it? Subscribe, comment, like, and share. Support our youth in any way you can. Keep on churning till the butter comes. Albert C. Richardson, a black man, patent the butter churn U.S. patent number 446470, February 17th, 1891. I'm LilyBell. I'm just trying to create a dialogue. I leave you with this. If they close my book, you remember my story. A Nat Turner Runner production. Lock and load. LilyBell. Be encouraged.